Modern frameworks versus vanilla JS/PHP. Did we forget how to actually code? We see modern frameworks are amazing until they aren't. React, Vue, Laravel, Next.js, you name it. We rely on them for everything. But here's the hot take. Have we become too dependent on them?
Are we really developers if we can't build a basic app without 15 dependencies and a build step? Today, we're diving into a serious question: modern frameworks versus vanilla JavaScript and PHP. Have we forgotten how to actually code? Buckle up, this one's gonna sting a little. Frameworks exploded in popularity for a reason. They abstract away complexity, they help us avoid reinventing the wheel. Writing DOM manipulation code by hand in JavaScript was painful. Then came jQuery, then Angular, then React. Same thing with PHP, working with raw SQL, managing routing or sessions manually. Laravel made that 10 times easier. These tools let us build faster, with better developer experience, and ship features that used to take weeks in hours. And that's good. No one wants to go back to XML HTTP requests or custom-built MVCs for every project. But here's the problem. The more we rely on these frameworks, the more we forget why they do what they do and how it all works underneath. Ask yourself this. Could you build a basic to-do app using only plain JavaScript? No React, no Vue, no Vite, no create React app. Just a single index.html, one script tag, and direct DOM manipulation. And another one, could you build a contact form in vanilla PHP? One that handles routing, validates input, sends an email, and maybe even writes to a database. No Laravel. No Symfony, not even Composer. If your first reaction is, yeah, but I'd have to Google a lot, you're not alone. And that's the point. Many modern developers can build powerful applications using frameworks, but ask them how the virtual DOM actually works, or how routing works without a router, or what actually happens when the server receives a request. And suddenly, blank stares. Not because they're bad developers, but because we've built an entire industry around abstraction. We are taught React before we fully understand how add event listener actually works. We are told to use Laravel Blade templates before learning how PHP outputs HTML. This is not a rant about real developers writing everything from scratch. No one expects you to build your own ORM or reinvent client-side routing. But here is the truth. If you only know how to plug things into frameworks, you become dependent on those tools. You are a tool operator, not a problem solver. Because the moment something goes wrong, and it will, you will find yourself completely stuck. You will not know if the bug is in your code, in the library, or in how the browser behaves. And that is dangerous. Understanding the fundamentals, how the DOM works, how HTTP works, how requests and responses are formed, and how routing can be implemented manually is not about being old school. It is about being in control. The better you understand the building blocks, the more confidently you can use the tools built on top of them. And even better, you can recognize when a framework is overkill and choose a lighter approach. So no, you do not need to build everything from scratch, but you should understand how the parts fit together underneath. Frameworks give you superpowers, but they also come with invisible debt. First, performance. Vanilla code is often much faster, no extra bloat, no unnecessary reactivity systems. Second, bundle size and complexity. A simple component in React can end up pulling in polyfills, transpiled code, and packages you did not even know were installed. Third, over-engineering, we have all seen it. 5 components to render a button, 12 props, a context provider, and a custom hook, when a simple document query selector would have done the job. And when the framework updates or breaks something, you are locked into a tool you might not even understand deeply. Knowing how vanilla JavaScript or PHP works is not nerd nostalgia. It is your lifeline when things go wrong. If your React component fails to render, can you debug the DOM? If your Laravel application returns a 500 error, do you understand how routing and middleware actually work under the hood? Fundamentals give you freedom. They let you build without waiting for someone else to publish a package. And ironically, they make you better at using frameworks. When you understand what is happening under the hood, you write cleaner, smarter, more performant code, even when you use React or Laravel. Frameworks are not evil. They are not cheating. In real-world work, using them makes sense. Clients do not care if you wrote it in raw, PHP, or in Vue. They care that it works and ships fast. But the danger is when you become so dependent on tools that you stop learning. A good developer can use tools and also knows how to survive when those tools fail. So here is the balance. Use frameworks to go fast. Learn vanilla to go deep. Do not just know how to code. Know why things work the way they do. So, have we forgotten how to code? I do not think we have forgotten, but I do think we are a little rusty. Maybe it is time for a challenge. Try building something small. No frameworks, no helpers, just you, the browser, and your editor. You might be surprised by how much you learn and how much better you become at using the modern tools we love. So what is your take? Are frameworks making us lazy or just more efficient? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this kind of developer real talk, hit like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.